Yo, it's Eden. How about we chill together a little? I have 4 band recommendations I wanted to share with you. All emo, scene, post-hardcore kind of bands, you know me. Some of these are kind of obscure while others are pretty well known in the community but still kind of underrated in my opinion. So let's get into it. These guys are well regarded in the scene but honestly deserve more new fans. A lot of these sorts of bands will constantly switch back and forth between aggressive screamed parts and more melodic sections, but From Autumn to Ashes will constantly dance all over the place and play with dynamics, subverting expectations in such a chaotic, frantic and frankly schizophrenic way. I love their totally unpredictable combination of genres. Like, one minute they'll sound like a low-key MTV emo band that your sister would approve of, and before long they'll play an insane metalcore breakdown, and then they'll put the two together. Like, honestly, what more can you ask for? If you want to listen to them, I'd start with their 2007 album Holding a Wolf by the Ears, and then I'd check out their first 3 albums. Anyway, here are a few more snippets of their music. Fact, love these guys. Some dude sent me the clip you just saw one day and I went on to binge their discography pretty much immediately. Their style is very technical and progressive while still being incredibly catchy and hardcore all the same. A lot of bands that go for that kind of genre-bending mathcore vibe often end up sounding disjointed and all over the place, but Fact are one of the exceptions. They utilize that sound in the context of hardcore music pretty much perfectly. I also like how they use gang vocals. It adds hella hype to their songs. They're from Japan, but most of their lyrics are in English, and they toured in the US and UK with groups like Senses Fail, Skylit Drive, Breathe Carolina, etc. If you're interested, I'd suggest just going on YouTube and listening to more of their singles and then the Fact album. Unfortunately, some of their music is hard to find. They're not on Spotify or any other streaming service as far as I know. Here are a few highlights. They're very short because their is wrapped in like 10 billion copyright fences, but just trust me on this one. This band is pretty damn obscure and for no good reason whatsoever. As far as I've seen, they have only released one album called The Octopus and the Igloo before breaking up in like 2007, and it's really something. Their sound is very post-hardcore, but unlike anything I've ever heard in the genre before. It's pretty aggressive and sometimes technical, but there are good melodic parts and more atmospheric sections too. Plus, just look at that clean, crisp 240p quality. This is the only valid way to listen to Myspace music. Unless you're a f***ing poser, that is. They seem to be inspired by indie rock and maybe by post-rock as well, or so I suspect. By the way, their drummer is an absolute beast, like damn. He reminds me of Pat McGarth on Seosin's Translating the Name, and that's a big compliment. Just give him a shot. Unlike a certain other band, their debut album is pretty much available everywhere. Shame they haven't stuck around, but still, total hidden gem. Check out some of their tunes. Let's tie things up with a silly but fun band. His Statue Falls is an electronic-core band that sounds hella weird, even by electronic-core standards, but it's guilty pleasure material. Their is bonkers. They're one of those European electronic-core bands that fall between the couch cushions. People who are into that scene are usually preoccupied talking about attention-seeking degenerate core like Eskimo Callboy or Make Me Famous or whatever. None of this stuff is exactly high-class entertainment, and I'm cool with that to a certain degree. But fortunately for us, his Statue Falls are just trashy enough to satisfy your bullshit scene metal cravings without leaving a sour taste in your mouth. If you wish to indulge, just go in chronological order, honestly. Start with their first album, Collisions, and just go from there. Here are a few Myspace marvels by them. Yo, hi again. Found something new to listen to? Had a little fun? I sure hope so. If you have any recommendations for underrated bands, drop them in the comments so that everyone can enjoy. Let's chill together again sometime, but right now I gotta go do Eden stuff. You should tune in to our next programming block. Till then, see you, Space Cowboys.